Huh? Thank you. All right. Well, folks, we are down here in Yakima, or Yakima. I keep thinking Yakima because we're playing Mabton, but we are down here going to be broadcasting the Brewster Bears versus the Mabton Vikings. And Mabton, I need to steal a sheet on. That's what I need to do. I'm going to go steal a sheet, folks. Appreciate you all being here. And I do apologize for the lagging issues yesterday. We tried to use a Wi-Fi connection, and it was not good. And then we went to cellular, and cellular is hit or miss. But we're going to see today how it all goes. But hopefully it's a little better. We are going to do the Brewster Bears versus Mabton game. This is a non-loser out. This is our number 1 versus their number 2 from the EWAC. Both teams are going to state. This is just for district placement. And then the plan is to pack up as fast as we possibly can and hustle over to Eastmont and broadcast the Lake Roosevelt Lady Raiders as they take on the Cle Elum Roslyn Warriors. And that'll be probably a pretty good game is my guess. So we'll see how that all goes. But we are excited to be here today to bring this to you. My camera person is supposed to be showing up here. If not, I will run it myself. But we'll get it figured out. I'm having fun down here today, folks, and enjoying broadcasting for you. Had a number of folks commenting, so appreciate that. I'm going to go snap a picture of the Mabton Vikings lineup real quick, so I've got that. And, of course, we got the Bears, so we should be okay there. Be right back. All right, so now we got the Mabton lineup. And Mabton's coach for height just put 5 foot for everybody, which, looking out there, might not be too far off, frankly. But they're doing great in the season. 30 to 15. They are a young team. They have 1 senior, 2 juniors, 4 sophomores, 4 freshmen, and 3 eighth graders. Young team. They have a 12-8 record. Recently, they lost to Warden 46-56. They were able to beat Columbia Burbank 57-46. Trying to see who they played. I know they got clobbered by Cle Elum. Cle Elum, early in the season, Cle Elum beat them 96-48. Wow. And I know they beat them to put them into second place by a similar score. So if our ladies play like they're capable of, then we don't have a lot to worry about, and then we'll be going to the district championship. Currently on the Pateras game, Pateras is up 30-15 at the moment, 30-15 at half. So congratulations to the nannies. They're doing a great job. 9:34 till we get this game underway. It's this. I really wish there was 2 of me. I just need to find a way to get another complete setup and have the option to cover 2 games at the same time. we've got Warden over in a loser-out game playing against Goldendale in Eastmont. And Eastmont currently doesn't have the Pixelot camera or anything, so would have been great to have had the opportunity to be over there and broadcast that for folks to watch. But obviously we want to be here for our Bears. So here for the Bears, and then we do have – that's why we're going to run over to the Lake Roosevelt game, because there's no cameras that we're aware of. So we're going to go over and cover the Lake Roosevelt game as they take on Cle Elum. Of course, I like Lake Roosevelt. I also have a special spot in my heart for Cle Elum, so we'll talk about that when we're over there. But looking forward to today's game, 8:20 before they start the opening ceremonies here in district playoff, day 2. Yesterday there was four games that were win or go home, and 3 of those the CWB wasn't able to get the win in. So the Tenasket boys season ended by 3. They were so close. That was a really good game against Warden, and Warden just did a great job, and Tenasket had some opportunities at the end to tie it, and it just didn't fall for them. So Tenasket's season comes to a close yesterday. And the Tenasket ladies, oh my gosh, did the Tenasket ladies battle. Kittitas had a good size advantage, and they played real well. Kittitas is a good team. And it was just the Lady Tigers, man, boy, did they battle. And it was a good game all the way to the end. If you look at the final score, you're like, well, this doesn't look like it was real close. It really was until the very end when Kittitas started to pull away. But Tenasket ladies also saw their season come to a close. And, they made some great memories and shed a few tears. And for those that this was their final season, there are people that would love to be having it finish in districts rather than regular seasons. So congratulations to the Tenasket Tigers. And then the Bridgeport boys, oh, man, that was over here. So I just watched the very end of it on the Pixelot, and basically Bridgeport had the lead until the final few minutes, and then Goldendale kind of snuck by them, and then it ended up with the victory and ended Bridgeport's season. But man, another great game. So some real good close games. The team from the CWB that did win was Okanagan, and Okanagan, that was over here as well. I tried to watch part of it, and I kind of missed most of it, but Okanagan did win yesterday, so they are playing today. So Okanagan is in a loser-out game today against the Okanagan ladies are in a loser-out game today against Kittitas here at 2:30. So that's going to be the game here at 2:30, Okanagan versus Kittitas. Then the 4 o'clock game here is going to be the Okanagan boys versus the Kittitas boys, 1 versus 2. We're the one, Okanagan's the one, and that's going to be. That could be a good game. I'm kind of curious how that one's going to play out for everybody. I think Okanagan probably going to win it. That's my guess. I haven't looked real close at it, but we'll see. The Okanagan boys, well, the Okanagan boys and the Kittitas boys are going to state already. They're just playing for who's going to get what in districts. The boys loser-out game is that Warden versus Goldendale game that's going to get started over in Eastmont here shortly. So loser will have their season close. Winner is going to state. They don't have to win a third game. They just got to win the second game here today. So if Warden wins, they will go on to state. They'll just be playing for final placement in districts next Saturday. And then this game here, obviously not loser out. This one is both teams going. There's another one that's also both teams going, and that's Tri-Cities Prep, who snuck by Liberty Bell yesterday. And they were the outlier I spoke about. They are a really good team, and they lost to Columbia Burbank by 2, and then knocked them down to, they only ended up 3rd place. They get to play Columbia Burbank again today at the 4 o'clock game over in Eastmont. And, again, winner of that will go to the boys district championship, but that'll be the next game. Hey, Liv. I told BJ about him, so just tell him that BJ is aware that you're there, and she's right over here. I'm broadcasting, so they just tell him that BJ said that you guys were allowed in when I talked to her this morning, because I told her you were coming. BJ Kuntz said that she's allowed in for the broadcast because you're doing stats in the camera for me. And then if necessary, I'll put my headset off and run and talk to BJ. I can see her right in the hallway here. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, folks. We had needed to get our statistician and camera operator in. So the person that's running this ran down to let them in real quick. And they're going to put the flag down here in a minute, and then we'll be ready to go. So, all right. There are a lot of Bears fans here, a lot of Bears fans. So we got them in. Now they'll get to run the camera. I'm going to put you on hold for a second. All right, folks. We are back at it. We appreciate all of you. And I think we've got Some announcements, not quite yet. Okay. They are having some fun trying to figure out who's who. And, all right. They're announcing the starting lineups, and then we'll do the flag. So we'll get that here in just a minute. So Pepper Bosel coming out. And Espinoza comes out from Mabton. Berkeley Regals coming out for the Bears. All right, Paige Wolf coming out for the Bears. Weezy. All right. All right. National anthem. Love it. All right, love it. Okay, 8 minutes and we'll have this thing, or 8 minutes, and that will determine who gets the lead here as the Bears take on the Vikings. Berkeley out to jump. Mabton just gives up the jump. Well, they send someone, but she's going to stand there and just let Berkeley take it. Naomi. You're welcome. All right. Berkeley with it, Pepper with it. Little jumper puts it up and in. Bears off to an early 2-0 lead. 7:50 remain. Pressure by the Bears. And away, Caitlin takes it, gives it over to Paige. Paige down to Berkeley. Berkeley kicks it back out to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Paige, into Pepper. Pepper, a little pull-up jumper, and in it goes. 4-0, 7:34 left here in the first. Pressure by the Bears. Pepper got a hand on it. Caitlin gets away with it. Doesn't get it to go in. Trying to get around the pressure, double dribble. Bear ball. So Page to go inbound the ball. Page puts it into Berkeley. Berkeley into Pepper. Kind of a little bit of traffic there. Probably wasn't what you wanted. It'll be, put that one on Caitlin. First foul on Caitlin. It'll be Mabton ball. Espinoza puts it into Bonewell. Bonewell crosses the timeline. Gives it back to Espinoza. Espinoza tries to drive around. Constant ball pressure. Brewster ladies are like all over it. And they're going to call jump ball, and it will be, it'll be Mabton ball. 6:57 remain here in the first. 4-0 currently. Molina to inbound. Molina puts it out to Espinoza. Drives, doesn't, gets it knocked out of bounds. So again, they'll have an inbound play. Molina to inbound. They're like 12 seconds. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Molina looking to try and get it in, seeing who she can get it out to. Gives it out to Reyna. Okay, so they're going to call a block on Pepper. So that'll be Pepper's first foul. Gets it taken away by Pepper. Pepper streaks down, kicks it out to Caitlin. Caitlin kicks it back out to Berkeley. Over to Leasy. Leasy looking, puts it to Page, back to Leasy. Leasy looks at it, gives it into Page. Page puts it up, doesn't drop, but should be going to line to shoot 2. And that is on Bonewell. That'll be the first foul on Mabton, first team foul. Page at the line, gets the first one, 5-0. 6:32 remain here in the first quarter. Page getting ready to sink the second one. Gets it, 6-0, 6:32. Espinoza put in a trap, puts it over to Bonewell. Bonewell seeing what she can do. Again, lots of pressure. And they're going to say jump ball, and this time it'll be bear ball. Lots and lots of pressure. Bears just putting it on. Putting it on. In to Page, over to Pepper, down to Caitlin. Leasy drives around through traffic, floats one, ends up Page with it, Pepper with it, up and in. 8-0. Good ball movement by the girls, pressure all over the ball. And they're still, can't reach. Can't reach. Just got to get over there and block with your feet. 8-0. 3 fouls on Brewster already with 6 minutes remaining here in the first. 1 on Mabton. That'll be the first one on Page. Molina comes out and Morales goes in. Page ends up with it. Over to Leasy. Leasy into Page. Page up and in. 10-0. 5:52. Mabton's going to call a timeout here pretty soon. Hands it in to Espinoza. Espinoza tries to feed it over, and it's going to be white ball. Girls are all over the ball. Wow. Wow. All right. Pepper looking to inbound. Puts it into Berkeley. Berkeley makes room and puts it up and in. 12-0. 5:39. Over to Reyna. Reyna kicks it back. Almost had a hand on it. Espinoza with it. Rushing down, trying to get around traffic. Puts it over to Bonewell. Bonewell trying to get around traffic. Gets it tipped away. And I'm not sure who they're going to – oh, good hustle by Mabton. Mabton hustled. 21 breaking through. 20 out for the shot. Espinoza doesn't drop. Pepper with it. Up to Caitlin. Caitlin drives and floats one up and in. 14-0. 5:02 remain. Espinoza to inbound. Caitlin sees it coming. Isn't quite able to get to it, but knocks it out of bounds. So it will be Mabton ball on the inbound again. 14-0. Sorry, folks. 14-0 with 4:56 remaining. Bears, again, just absolutely all over the ball. And lots of hustle. Going to call a jump ball there. And it will be Mabton ball with 4:54 remaining here in the first. Ladies are just all over. And that'll be a Brewster ball now. So with 4:52 remaining, Brewster gets the ball again with a score of 14-0. Page for a three. Doesn't hit. Pepper gets it. Feeds it to Leasy. Leasy, turnaround doesn't drop. Page gets it. And they're going to have another jump ball. And this time it'll go back to Mabton. 4:40 remain. 14-0. Inbounds to Page. Page for a three. That one's going to be off. Caitlin clears it, puts it up, doesn't drop. Leasy with it, out to Page. Page drives, pulls up, doesn't get it to drop. Oh, Leasy reached. She knew it. That'll be 4 on the Bears, but it's only 1 on each of the players so far. So 4:26. Trying to get it around. Lots of pressure. Caitlin with it. Up to Page. Up and in. 16-0. 4:19. Mabton calls a timeout. Man, Bears are all over the ball. It's just, wow. This is kind of what we saw in the league game where they were all over the ball and the opposing team just were overwhelmed. And that's what they're doing here today. And I know that Cle-Elum beat Mabton by a significant amount. I think that Happy birthday. I had one flower left. I wasn't sure who I was going to get it to. There's lots of deserving ladies in the audience, and it happened to be a lady's birthday that's down running the score, so it got a good home. All right, Mabton trying to inbound, and they're just – it'll be Brewster ball. All over. Continued pressure, continued pressure, continued pressure. Inbounds to Pepper. Pepper goes, let me see if I can get it. Boom. And she hits a three. 19-0. Puts it into Pepper. Doesn't drop. Caitlin with it. Kicks it out to Leasy. Leasy for a three. That one's not going to fall. Page doesn't drop. Espinoza comes out with it. Lots of pressure. Bonewell. Wow. Wow. So Bear ball with 3:52 remaining. All right, Pepper to inbound. Puts it into Berkeley. Out to Pepper. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin puts it into help. Caitlin with it. Pepper with it. Berkeley with it. Caitlin. Leasy. Page. Berkeley for the three. Pepper. Mabton comes out of there with it. Espinoza gives it to Reyna. Pepper with it. Over to Page. 21-0. 3:12 left. Bonewell crosses the timeline. First time Mabton's got across the timeline in a while. All right. 20 fires, and I don't know if Pepper got a hand on it or not, but the shot missed. 2:55 remaining in the first. Pepper back to Paige. Caitlin goes through traffic, tries to feed it into Leasy, but gets it taken away. Morales with it, and it's going to be Brewster ball on the sideline.
44-16.
Jeez. So Pateras is making a statement, 44-16. Nice. And in it goes, 23-0. Leasy thought about it and then saw Pepper wide open and gave it to her. Nice feed, Leasy. Good job. All right. Espinoza looking to see if she can get some points on the board for Mabton. Mabton puts it into Reyna. Reyna gets it kind of taken away, and they're going to call a foul there. So she'll go to the line to shoot 2. So that's going to be on Berkeley. So now all the Brewster starters have 1 foul so far. So 1 foul, 23-0. So they're going to see how this is going to go.
End of third.
Oh, wow. End of third was that score for Pateras. So Pateras is just taking apart their opponent and is looking forward to going to their district championship. Second shot up, gets that one. First points on the board for Mabton, scored by Bonewell. Paige up to Berkeley. Berkeley looking around, gets it out to Caitlin. Caitlin over to Leasy. Leasy feeds it to Paige, out to Caitlin, over to Berkeley. Berkeley for the 3, and again, doesn't quite fall. Pepper with it. Caitlin with it. Caitlin looks at it, tries to force it in underneath. Bonewell with it. Bonewell pulls up, fires a 3. It's going to be jump ball, and I think it's Mabton ball. Yep, Mabton ball. So Mabton ball with 146, 23-1 currently. Mabton trying to inbound, hit the backboard. So how does that? All right. Okay. Puts it out to Bonewell. Bonewell trying to drive around traffic, pulls up, doesn't drop. They're going to call a block on Caitlin with 140. Oh. No, that was on Caitlin. So Caitlin has her second. Bonewell back at the line. See if she can get a couple more points here for Mabton. This is the first one. Gets ready for the second. Gets that one. 12. Okay, so Monsevilla's in. Oh, I'm going to say she walked with it. 135, 23-2. And Mabton to inbound. Puts it in to Morales and goes out of bounds. It'll be bare ball. 131 remain here in the first. Into Pepper. Pepper drives through traffic, kicks it over to Berkeley. Berkeley tries to feed it to Lee Z. Pepper takes it away. Yep. Pepper with it. Up to Paige. Puts it up and in. 25-2. Man. Ladies all over it. Coach is going to sub in a couple players, and they are didn't pressure the ball that time with 51 seconds remaining. Pepper with it. Bonewell tries a deep 3. Wow. Deep 3. Paige with it. 45 seconds remain. Up to Pepper. Pepper comes across. Feeds it over to Caitlin. Caitlin to Berkeley. Berkeley Back to Pepper, over to Leasy. Leasy for the three. And in it goes, 28-2, 25 seconds remain. 28-2, 21 seconds remain. Gets it tapped away. Pepper with it. Pepper drives, gives it to Caitlin. Caitlin up and in, 30-2, 10 seconds. Bonewell coming down with it. Bonewell doesn't get it to drop. Pepper with it. Kind of puts it up to Caitlin, but smiles all around. Girls are smiling. That's awesome. 20-2 at the end of one. Or excuse me, 30-2. 30-2. Pepper with 11, Paige with 10, Caitlin with 4, Leasy with 3, and Berkeley with 2. He is going to give Berkeley and Caitlin a little bit of a rest. He's got Addie and Hialeah going in. So they will get to see some action. Ooh, wow. Brewster ladies come out like they did in the first game at League. Making a statement, putting on all kinds of pressure and doing absolutely everything they can. And Mabton's like, wow. Cleella Roslin beat Mabton in a large fashion as well. I'm curious if Brewster, what Brewster's going to do here. I'm assuming they're going to just continue to go at it and use this as a warm-up for the district championship, which will be next Saturday. I'm not sure if it'll be in this gym or over in Eastmont, but it'll be in one of the two, so there will be a district championship between the winner of this game and the winner of the Lake Roosevelt Cleellum game. Part of me would love to see it be, wow. Nice pass from Hialeah to Pepper, up and in, and their coach has told them not to pressure. Addie will be out on Bonewell. Bonewell fires, doesn't drop. Leasy with it, puts it up to Pepper. Pepper driving, kicks it out to Addie, and Addie doesn't quite drop, and it'll be Mabton ball with 7:26 remaining, 32-2. 7:26 till half. Bonewell with it. Addie working on it. Puts it over to, I think it's Espinosa. No, that's Reyes. Bonewell. Bonewell pulls up, doesn't drop. Hialeah gets hit from behind, so she'll get a foul called on 12. So that's I don't think they reset the fouls. They didn't reset the fouls, so that's only foul, I think, 1 in this quarter. Hialeah with it. Puts it over to Addie. Addie over to Pepper. Leasy for another 3. That one doesn't drop. Paige sees it, brings it out, kicks it over to Hialeah. Hialeah gives it to Addie. Over to Pepper. Into Leasy. Oh, off Leasy's knees and into Mabton's hands. 6:39. Bonewell with it. Bonewell over to Reyna. And double dribble. Yep. All right, 6:27 remain in the first half, 32-2. Hialeah inbounds to Addie. Gets around traffic, just absolutely cooking all the way down, sees her sister, passes it to Pepper. Pepper up and in, 34-2, 6:13 remain. Bonewell bringing it down. Addie with the rebound, and then say jump ball, and it will be Mabton ball. Mabton bringing back in Molina and Espinosa. Out comes Morales, and Morales puts it in to Espinosa. She tries to get it up, doesn't. Reyna gets it kind of, I'm not sure who they're going to say it's Mabton ball. Monsevilla's going to inbound. Gets it batted away, but it's going to say her foot was on the line. Addie swatted it, and it went backwards, and Mabton grabbed it. There are a lot of Brewster fans here, and there's a few Mabton fans. Pepper floats one up and in. 36-2. That's 17 points for Pepper so far. So Espinoza drives through traffic. Leasy with it. Leasy kicks it over to Pepper. Pepper down to, Hialeah. Hialeah almost had that one. She's coming across and just didn't quite get it. Bonewell fires a three, and they're going to say she got fouled by Page. So she'll go to the line and shoot three. That'll be the second one on Page with 5:22 remaining in the first half. But they're saying she was shooting. So she gets to shoot. Bonewell at the line for three. She gets the first one. It's two more. 5:22 remain here in the first half. Gets a second one. And Berkeley and Caitlin going in. Paige and Leasy get a little bit of a rest. And the last shot from Bonewell doesn't drop. Caitlin brings it down and dribbles around, pulls it up, gives it to Addie. Addie was trying to pass into Berkeley, I believe, and gets taken away by Espinoza. Espinoza trying to get it around, and I'm going to say she traveled. So 5:04, Bear ball, 36-4. 36-4. And Pepper to inbound. Inbounds to Hialeah. Over to Addie. Addie to Caitlin. Caitlin for a three. Doesn't drop. Berkeley reaches over the top and almost has it. Doesn't quite have the reach there to get the thing. So ends up Mabton ball. And Addie's just going to stay like glue on Bonewell. Espinoza trying to get around Caitlin. Gives it out to Molina. Molina tries to feed it down to Bonewell. Bonewell loses the handle on it. Addie on her. On the ground. Jump ball, and it'll be Bear ball. 4:31 remain in the half. 36-4. 36-4. Inbounds to Addie. Addie brings it, puts it over to Hialeah. Hialeah to Pepper. Pepper up and in. 38-4. That's 19 for Pepper. Bonewell bringing it down. Tries to get it around and puts it down to Patience, and unfortunately stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Addie to inbound. Addie inbounds to Hialeah. Hialeah kicks it back to Addie. Addie looks at it. Oh, off of her foot and out of bounds. So it will be Bear ball, or excuse me, Viking ball. And Espinoza with it. Over to Reyna. Reyna comes off her foot, and they're saying it came off of Addie's foot. So giving Bonewell a little break here. Espinoza trying to get around everybody. And Hialeah steps into it, gives it to Berkeley. Back to Hialeah, over to Caitlin. Addie. Hialeah over to Pepper. Addie with it. Drives across, puts it out to Berkeley. Berkeley for a three, and that one's nothing but net. 41-4, 3:15 remain here in the first half. 3:12. Pateros wins 60-18. 60-18 is the final. Pateros with the victory. They will be going on. Great job, ladies. Pateros is a great team. A lot of fun to watch. All right, 41-4 with 3:06 remain here in the first. Into Espinoza. Trying to get around Caitlin. Caitlin with 3 on her right now. Reyna down to Molina. Back to Reyna. Whoops, gets it tapped away by Addie. Addie's like all over the ball. Oh, they're going to call a foul. So that'll be Addie's first, actually. 2:48 remain. Bears are 3 points away from a running clock. So they're talking about it. All right. All right. So Mabton puts it into Espinoza. Caitlin on Espinoza. Caitlin using her body well. And they're going to say she was over the line, so it'll be bare ball. Pepper coming in for Caitlin. Page to inbound. Page puts it into Pepper. Up to Addie. Addie brings it across the timeline. Drives down. Floats it, doesn't drop. Page with the rebound, and she gets hit. So Page will be going to the line to have the opportunity to add 2 more to the score. 41-4 with 2:32 left in the half. Page gets the first one to drop. 42-4. Second one in. 43-4, 1 point away from a running clock. 2:30 remain here in the first half. Espinoza driving. Addie takes it away. Breakaway and up and in. 45-4, running clock. Espinoza brings it down. Drives around the edge, and they're going to say moving screen. So that'll be third foul on Mabton with 2:09 left here. Page to inbound. Pepper with it. Page with it. Down to Leasy. Leasy looks. Kicks it over to Pepper. Berkeley with it. Addie. Doesn't drop. Page, oh my gosh. She's got 3 of them on her. Oh, wow. That was incredible. She was on the floor with 3 Mabton players on her. So they're going to call a jump ball. All right, so Bonewell with it. 1:47 remain in the first half. Addie trying to get that one. Loses the handle. Page up to Pepper. Pepper just goes around everybody, puts it up and in. 47-4. 21 for Pepper, 12 for Page. Ends up at Berkeley, touched it. I was going to say her foot was on the ground when she tried. So it will be Mabton ball under their basket. 47-4, 1:26 remain. Maybe it's not a running clock in districts. I don't know. I thought it was a running clock, but apparently not. And now it'll be Mabton ball, I think. Yeah, Mabton ball on the side. Morales puts it in and gets tagged away. Addie puts it up to Pepper. Pepper up and in. 49-4, 1:14 remain. Bonewell. She just pulls up, sinks the 3. 49-7, 1:01 left in the first half. Pepper, Page, doesn't drop. Bonewell with the rebound. Addie on her. They're going to call a foul. They're going to say jump. Nope, they're going to call a foul. Yeah, so that'll be the second one on Addie. and Brewster's coach is calling the ladies back. 45 seconds, 49-7. Bonewell trying to drive around everybody, doesn't drop. Pepper with the rebound, and it will be Brewster ball. So that is on Bonewell. That'll be her second. She's got 6 of Mabton's points so far. Page gives it to Pepper. Kicks it over to Addie, to Leezy. Leezy fires, doesn't drop, and they're going to call Page, I think. So with 24 seconds remaining, that'll be Page's third? Yep, that'll be the third. Gonna shoot 2. Gets the first one. 49-8. Doesn't get the second one. Gets it taken away by Addie. So, jump ball. So, with the jump ball, Addie with it. Addie comes past everybody, kicks it out to Berkeley, back to Addie, over to Leezy, over to Berkeley. Berkeley, little jumper, doesn't drop, comes down into Morales' hands. Bonewell with it. Bonewell going to try and fire. Fires, does not drop, and that, folks, is halftime. 49-8. Wow. The Bears came out just playing super aggressive, all over the ball, constant pressure, just incredible play. And it just really reminded me of the first league game where they were all over the ball. And that's exactly what they did here in districts. It will be interesting to see if they come back out with that or what they're going to do in the second half of play. And Mabton just absolutely overwhelmed, and 6 points from Bonewell, and that's really the only scorer so far for Mabton, and it's just incredible to see how well the Lady Bears have played this first half. Man, that's just incredible. Oh, well, I don't know how the game's going for Goldendale and Warden. We'll have to see when the brackets are updated, but loser out in that one. And then we will, as soon as this game concludes, we will hustle ourselves over to bring you the Lake Roosevelt versus Cle Elum Roslyn game in Eastmont. And then after that, we might come back over here and see if we can cover the Okanagan boys game, depending on how things go. So we will see. But it's just crazy how the girls came out and just absolutely went at Mabton. So it's just impressive to see how they've done. When I got home last night, the ducks and the chickens were waiting for me. So they got to stay out a little late in their run. And then I put them in their coop. The wife wanted a really nice coop that no predators could get in. So 8 by 8 by 8, and solid, T111 siding and interior wall and house exterior door. They are a little spoiled. They got a little heater in there, of course, and ventilation fans and just the whole 9 yards. So a lot of fun to see. So we'll see how it goes here, folks. But no, we're excited to be here today broadcasting for you, and we will be, like I said, back again next Saturday for the district championships. All the teams going to state, so it's going to be a lot of fun. But we will find out who the Bears will face. Unless Yeah. Yes, it's going to be a good game. I think Lake Roosevelt will have a good opportunity against Cleellum. Lake Roosevelt plays like they did yesterday. Cleellum's going to have their hands full. And I think then it'll come down to, who wants it worse, per se. And then both of them will want to be in the district championship playing against Brewster. And then Seeding Sunday. We'll have the Seeding Sunday following that where we find out where they put everybody. And that'll be a fun one as well. So hopefully the Bears get placed fairly high, and that'll help guarantee that they get to go to state regardless of the regional round, which I expect. I mean, they're ranked third. They've played some good basketball all season. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll see how it goes. But, yeah, today I have to get my wife her ramen or I am in trouble. Last night the games went long enough that the place she wanted the ramen from was closed. So today she goes, the games are earlier, right? Because you can get me that ramen. I said, yes, dear, I will get you your ramen. So we're going to get her some ramen. And then got her a few flowers as well. So, but, I mean, what more could you want to do on your Valentine's Day than sit in broadcast basketball and watch the Brewster Bears playing some good ball, very aggressive, just doing what they need to do. So lots of smiles, lots of cheering and happy. It's good to see on Valentine's Day for the young ladies. Wonderful youth student athletes. We've got to interview a number of them last year and hoping to do that again this season. I need to get my butt in gear and get that done. So we'll see how that goes. But, oh, man. Looks like the Okanagan team across the way getting ready. They will be playing against the Kittitas ladies in a loser out. So, or is that? My eyesight sucks, but Kittitas will be playing Okanagan loser out game here at 2:30. So hopefully the Okanagan Bulldogs have a good game. Bears out warming up. 4:44 left here in the half before we get action back underway. Bears really putting on a show so far, 49-8. It's just, wow. The first quarter was just constant pressure. They've eased up a little bit, but we'll see how they start out the second half here, if they're going to go back at Mabton or what the game plan is. I think a fair distribution of fouls with, I think, Page is the only one that has a number of fouls. I think Page has 3, but I think that's kind of the only Bear that's has. Well, maybe Caitlin might as well. They haven't changed the scoreboard yet. Well, obviously we don't know who they were actually going to start in the second half. You assume they're going to kick in the starters, but we haven't decided. That might have been Kittitas across the way. Colors are the same. That's my problem. My eyes suck. I see color okay, and they use a maroon color, and Okanagan uses a maroon color. So I'm not sure if that was the Okanagan team or if that was a Kittitas team. But regardless, oh, smiles and laughs. Nice to see. Fortunately, yesterday I saw the Tonasket Tigers having a few tears as they weren't quite able to pull off the victories and their seasons came to a close. Of course, this game, neither team is actually going to go home. both of them will be playing in the first rounds of state. They'll be seeded, and then they'll play the first round, and then we'll go from there and see how each of them does. Obviously, we have an expectation of Brewster doing well and going far in the state tournament in Spokane. But Mabton won their way to the second place out of this EWAC. So, you know, they battled and got there to be number 2 behind Cleon Roslin. Kittitas and, let's see. I'm not sure who the other team was. Let's see if I got my brackets here and I can tell you. Yeah, this is a bracket. Is this? Yep. So Cleon Mabton was 2. Tri-Cities Prep. So Tri-Cities Prep out of the Southern League was the other team for the EWAC, and Tri-Cities Prep got knocked off by Okanagan Ladies yesterday. Well, I know Lake Roosevelt playing some good ball right now. Brewster, and I'm pretty sure Cleon Roslin. So those are the 3 top teams that'll be coming out of District 5 on the ladies' side. Brewster, Lake Roosevelt, Cleon Roslin. I expect them to do very well. Mabton obviously coming out, and Kittitas or Okanagan, I don't know. Kittitas played well yesterday. Tenasket gave them their hands full, though, until the very end when Kittitas pulled away. All right, so I'm going to say Brewster ball. All right, Pepper with the ball, 7:44, 49-8. Caitlin with it. Caitlin just goes through everybody, puts it up, doesn't drop, but gets a foul called. And who are they going to call it on? 24, Bonewell. That's her 3rd. Leading scorer for Mabton with 6. And Caitlin Gibbons going to go to the line. Met her dad today. Nice guy. Caitlin sinks the first one. He said she's enjoying playing and having a great time, so that's awesome. He played for Brewster as well. And Caitlin gets them both. All right, Bonewell with it. Bonewell to Espinoza. Espinoza, say she walked with it, so it will be bear ball. 7:14 remain, and it is running clock now. Into Pepper. Pepper through traffic, around everybody, gives it to Caitlin. Caitlin fires, ooh, in and out. Molina bringing it down for Mabton. Pulls it up. Lizzie Ramirez sees that one coming and just goes through and floats it up and in. 53-8. Bonewell with it. 6:42 remain here in the 3rd. Gives it to Espinoza. Over to Bonewell. Bonewell, nobody on or out in the corner. Not able to get it, but Mabton comes down with the rebound. Bonewell for a deep 3. That one doesn't drop for her either. Page gets that rebound. Gives it up to Caitlin. Caitlin goes around traffic, gives it over to Lizzie. Nice pass, ladies. Nice ball movement. Berkeley to Lizzie and up and in. 55-8, 6:13. Bonewell comes across. Backs out. Trying to get it into Espinoza. They do, but doesn't fall for her. Up to Lizzie. Lizzie puts it up and in. 57-8. Lizzie with 9 points now. Bonewell. I'm going to say a block on who they're going to call it on. Yep. So Paige will be coming out. That'll be her 4th. He's actually going to bring in Addie and Hialeah. And they're bringing Lizzie and Paige out. Paige with her fourth. So Paige will be setting for the rest of the third at least. 5:20 left here in the third. Caitlin almost gets it away. Gonna say, oh, she stood up. I don't know. I don't know the rules well enough. Appreciate these officials out here. Love the fact that they are in the know and know how to call all this fun stuff. Over to Pepper, down to Addie. No, Hialeah. Sorry about that, Hialeah. I need to get my new glasses on. Pepper with it, out to Berkeley. Berkeley for a three. That one's in line. Doesn't drop for her, though. Addie hustles and gets it, runs it down. Pepper goes, nope, that one's off. Into the hands of Molina. Bonewell with it, gonna pass it down. Nice hustle, gets it tipped. Hialeah with it. Hialeah, say, call the foul on that with 4:19 remaining in the third. 57-8. Oh, that's a fourth on Bonewell. So she'll be coming out. Pepper into Berkeley. Caitlin, Pepper, Addie with it. Over to Caitlin, Pepper, Hialeah, Caitlin for three, and she gets it. 60-8. 9 for Caitlin now. And we've got Espinoza doing everything she can. Gets it up and in. Great job. All right, Berkeley with it. Back to Hialeah. Timeout, Brewster. Coach calls a timeout. He's going to put in Jaylene and Camilla. So Jaylene and Camilla going in for Brewster. And who are they setting? Who's left us? So Pepper. I think they pulled, Pepper and Berkeley come out. So Caitlin on the floor. Jaylene, Camilla, Addie, Hialeah, and Caitlin. Caitlin brings it across. Kicks it to Hialeah. Hialeah passes it to Caitlin. Caitlin to Addie. Puts it in to Jaylene. Jaylene up and in. No, that's Camilla. Sorry. Camilla up and in. And she'll get the opportunity to do a three-point play the old-fashioned way. 62-10 with 2:56 remaining in the third. Camilla, it's ready. Fires, doesn't drop. Jaylene with the rebound. Gets it out to Hialeah. Caitlin for a three. Doesn't quite drop, but Camilla gets the rebound. Gives it out to Addie. Oh, no, Hialeah. Man, I suck. I got to get my new glasses on. Ooh. Oh, she walked. Jaylene was going in, and she would have had it, too. Well, she did. She put it up and in, but didn't count. She took a step too many. Reyna comes out. Patience comes in. Espinoza gives it back to Jaslyn. Jaslyn gives it to Patience. Back to Molina. Doesn't drop. Oh, they're there for the rebound and the putback. Morales with the putback. Caitlin with it. Puts it down to Camilla. Out to Hialeah. Over to Addie. Jaylene, and they're going to say Jaylene walked again. (62-12), 1:37 remain in the third. Espinoza trying to get around Caitlin. Molina with it. And up and in. Nice three by her. Caitlin just goes around. Jaylene floats one, doesn't drop. Caitlin with the rebound and the putback. So Caitlin with 11 now. Espinoza with it. Espinoza fires. Doesn't drop. Hialeah with the rebound. Gives it to Caitlin. Caitlin gets around, gives it back to Hialeah. Hialeah put down to Jaylene. Jaylene to Caitlin, to Addie, to Camilla. Doesn't drop. Puts it out to Caitlin. Caitlin for a three. Hits it. 67-15. 14 now for Caitlin Gibbons. 36 seconds remain here in the third. Espinoza hands it off to Jaslyn. Jaslyn, she's going to get a, who are they going to call a foul on? Is that going to be on Jaylene? No, that's on Hialeah. So Hialeah gets her first foul, and it sends Jaslyn. Jaslyn gets the first one, 67-16. Putting in more. Morales goes in. Jaslyn doesn't get the second one, but rebounded by Espinoza. Whoops. And doesn't get that three. Caitlin with it. Puts it up to Hialeah. Puts it over to Camilla. Camilla fires, gets a rebound, and gets the putback. So, and that is the end of three. 69-16. 69-16. And coach subs in an entire new squad. Millie, Sese, Pepper, Berkeley, Page. All right, well, 8 minutes until this one will conclude. Cheerleaders over there cheering on. We do have a large crowd from Brewster here. And we got our band here. What more could you want? Wow. Well, all right. Coach told them to go out and play and have some fun. Pepper to inbound. All right. Pepper to inbound to Page when we get the clock to expire so we can get the fourth underway. And they do. Page gives it back to Pepper. Oh, meant for Millie, but something. And Page, oh, they're going to say it out of bounds. Man, Pepper was hustling down there. 7:48 remain. So, well, running clock. Oh, Bonewell back in. Bonewell going, let me try and float one. Doesn't drop, and Pepper comes out of there with it. Kicks it over for Millie, but doesn't quite get it. Bonewell with it. Berkeley going, no. And Bonewell makes a move, gets it up and in. So Bonewell has 8 of their 18. Millie with it to Berkeley. Kicks it back to Berkeley. Berkeley says, nope. Doesn't drop. Bonewell with it. Bonewell gives her the hip. Pulls up, fires the three. Doesn't drop. Pepper with it. Up to Millie. Sese with it and gets it up and in. 6:40 remain. 71-18. Molina with it. Passes it out to Jaslyn. Jaslyn doesn't, but bounces on the floor, and it will be Mabton ball. Reyna and Morales coming back in. All right. Let's see. Trying to feed it across. Feeds it out, and it's going to say it hit the back of the backboard. So it will remain Mabton ball. Out to Bonewell. Bonewell looking to see if she can get around. Puts it up. Drives through. Yep. Up to Pepper. Say doesn't drop. And jump ball and Mabton ball. Jump ball, Mabton ball. So Bonewell with it. Bonewell driving. Crosses the timeline. Pepper on her. Tries to set up a screen. Oh, yeah, they're going to call Millie, which I think they're going to call Millie. Yeah, they are. Just, you got to move a lot. That Bonewell was counting that. That's why they had the screen set up so she'd go around and then Millie to have to try and guard her rather than Pepper. Bonewell with 10 of their 20. Make that 11 of their 21. Gets that one. Fires and gets the second one. Bonewell does well. 71-22, 4:56. Ceci with it and tries a pass, but gets it taken away by Reyna. Gonna say her foot was out of bounds, so it will be Mabton ball, and in comes a whole new squad. Addie, Leezy, Camilla, Jaylene. Trying to get it. Jaylene knocks it away. Gives it to Leezy. Leezy for a three. Hits the three, hits the three. Great job. 12 for Leezy, and goes out of bounds. It will be Bear ball. All right, Jaylene to Camilla, out to Addie. Oh, tries, but goes a little bit. Jaylene kind of threw it a little bit, and it goes out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say push, so it'll be Bear ball. 74-22, 3:35 remain. Jaylene will put it out to Addie. Addie drives. Oh, gets it tipped. Bonewell with it, and it's going to. Camilla gets the foul. So Morales inbounds to Jaslyn. Jaslyn gives it to Bonewell. Bonewell going through, trying to get it out to Jaslyn. Oh. All right. Millie comes in, and Cece comes in. Millie comes in with 2:33 left in the game. Tries to put it into Bonewell. That's a foot race. Jaylene comes away with it. Gives it to Millie, and Millie is going to get fouled. It's going to be on the ground. So it'll be an inbound play for the Bears. Coach calling in what he wants to see. 74-22. Kicks it out to Millie. Over to Jaylene. Into Millie. Millie tries to feed it up and in. Sese gets it. Oh, man. Says she walked. Bonewell with it. 1:42 remains. 74-22. Sese on her. Man, the girl just cuts through everybody, puts it up, and in it goes. Bonewell, quite the player. Uh-oh. Tries to pass it, and she does slap it away so they don't get the score. But it will be Mabton ball with 1:20 remaining. 74-24. Inbound, Jaylene fires, doesn't drop into Raina's hands, and another inbound play. Under a minute left. Inbound to Morales. Out to Jaslyn Bonewell with it. Bonewell, man, that girl, I tell you, I'm surprised that one didn't fall in. But she'll be going to the line to shoot 2 with 41 seconds remaining. So that'll be the first one on Jaylene. Bonewell gets the first one. 74-25. Bonewell doesn't get the second one to drop. Camilla with the rebound. Kicks it up to Sese. Sese drives through everybody. Floats one, doesn't drop. Camilla gets away with it, and up and in for Camilla. 6 points for Camilla Maldonado. Camilla saw that one coming. 16 seconds remain. Mabton to inbound, 10 seconds, running clock. Bonewell fires, just like that, up and in, 76-27. And that is it. That is it, folks. All right, we're gonna pack up. Bears 76, Mabton 27. Mabton Vikings 27, Brewster Bears 76. Man, Bears were on it from the first quarter, went at it, and they will be in the district championship next Saturday. Next Saturday, Brewster Bears championship game for districts, and they are going to state. All right, folks, well, we appreciate it. We're going to get ourselves packed up and run over and hopefully catch as much as the Lake Roosevelt Cle Elum Roslyn game as we can. Thank you for watching with us.